The setup and strategy I'll be talking about is right here, which we had called in advance inside of the community. And today I'm going to break the exact strategy behind this trade, and this strategy is pretty simple to follow, easy to implement, and has completely changed the way I trade. So let's jump straight into it. Alright, so moving on to the charts. Now, this is the exact framework I personally use to find high probability setups, and there's nothing overly complicated or filled with dozens of indicators, as the goal is to keep trading as simple and repeatable as possible. So now let me show you exactly how I identified that setup step by step. Alright, so this strategy has 3 simple steps. So step number 1 is analyze the money flow, which is the trend identification process, which means you need to first analyze the market structure, which means that you need to understand whether the price is moving in a downtrend, uptrend, or a sideways range. Like in this scenario, you see that market is making consistent lower lows and lower highs and lower lows and lower highs and so on. So this makes us understand that we are only interested in short setups. Alright, now this was the first step. Now the second step is mark out clear draws on liquidity on the 1 hour to the 4 hourly time frame. Now what I mean by clear draws on liquidities is pretty simple. It's clear highs and lows that you can see with your naked eyes. Like this is a draw on liquidity, right? This is a draw on liquidity. 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 Alright, so now you need to mark them out. This is the second step. Now the third step is a sweep and confirmation on the oscillator, on which I'll get onto in some time. So what I mean by liquidity sweep is that as you can see that here were some highs. All right, you simply mark them up, and then you see that the price went up and then swept the level. Basically, here were some pending stop losses or orders which got swept, and then the price comes back lower. All right, so this is exactly what I meant by sweep. Okay, so now the most important part, let me show you a few examples that actually work out. Okay, so as you do see on the 4 hour time frame, you see that this is a clear low. All right, so we are simply going to just mark it out. All right, you simply mark out this clear low. As you can see, the low has been marked out, and then you zoom on to the 15-minute time frame. All right, I like that. You can also use 5-minute, but 15-minute works better for me. Alright, so now this was the low that we had marked, and when the price comes back, we have to simply wait for it to sweep. Alright, now as you can see that the price simply swept that level. Alright, now you have to open the oscillator, the indicator basically, and then you have to wait for a divergence, a bullish or bearish divergence. Alright, so in this case you're looking for longs, we will be looking for bullish divergences. Alright, now as you can see that the divergence formed here, so that's exactly where we are going to enter, keeping the stop loss below the low, and then let's see how this one played out. Alright, so this trade out was pretty well, gave you a 1 to 8, almost went to 8, which means if you risked $1 on this trade, you would have made $8 on this trade. Alright, so now the speciality of this oscillator and strategy is that it helps you to capture any reversal, capture the whole trend before the beginning. Like you could capture the whole uptrend or downtrend, or you could long or short in ranging markets and just capture the whole price. Alright, and now note this is not a regular oscillator, as it identifies money flow and identifies the price momentum and finds divergences. Basically helps to identify when the smart money and big clears are going to reverse the price. And you can find the access to the indicator and appropriate mandatory settings inside of the Discord community, and you can find the link in the description. And most importantly, meanwhile you become a profitable trader and get a hang of the strategy and indicator, which obviously takes time, make sure to join our community where I also upload all my profitable setups in advance. So meanwhile you become profitable at trading, you don't waste your time and miss on opportunities, and profit by simply copying our trades and learn from us on live. As learning a strategy is pretty easy, but building the discipline to use it effectively takes time. That's it for this, and see you on the other side. Peace out.